Welcome to the final installment for the Kohler F Major Etude for the middle school all region. And in this video, I'm going to play it for you in its entirety with dynamics and trills and turns and the way you're going to need to play it. And if you play it the way I play it, hopefully the judges will look upon you favorably with musicality and grace, and they'll give you a super high score. That's all we want. We want to do what's our best. And so here's my best. How would you judge me? And if you notice, I have this little gray spot on my lip. There are products that you can buy to put a lip cover on your lip plate so it doesn't react with whatever makeup you have or whatever oils you have on your skin. And it keeps your flute from slipping. So make sure you visit your favorite flute shop and get some of those lip plate guards. They're very, very handy. I can't leave you without talking about one extremely important thing, and that's tuning. Tuning within yourself, tuning amongst the person before you and after you. Sometimes a person walks up and plays and they sound terrible, and you go, why do they sound so bad? Well, it's because they're probably playing 2-year-old in. Like that. Tuning affects your tone. Did you know that if you're in tune, you're in tone, as my great band director from college once said? And tuning needs to be done with a tuner because you are not trained yet quite with your ear. You might have a really great ear, and you might have listened to me and know that you sound different than me and wonder why. Maybe I'm out of tune on a couple of notes. It's likely, but I hope not. The high notes are generally sharp. The low notes tend to go flat because we kind of look down to get those low notes out. So those are the two big things that you want to watch for in the beginning. And a lot of times we close our mouths to get those high notes, and we don't want to do that. That pinches it and makes it go sharp like this. Like that, that's sharp, and it doesn't have a really great sound. Or on, you can hear that that sounds really icky too. And that's because my tongue rose up and I closed my mouth, and I wanted to pinch to get those high notes out. And really that you need to do exactly opposite. Open up your mouth and make a really nice big loud sound. So it sounds like this. And I think my D was a little flat right there. So I need to adjust just a little bit to make sure that that D is going to be in tune. Every note's going to be different, and you might have to draw little arrows up or little arrows down over note just to kind of finely adjust it. But whenever we're listening to you, it makes a huge difference if you're in tune. So make sure you practice each one of these sections with a tuner. It's kind of hard to practice the whole thing with the tuner, but make sure you go back to the different parts and practice it with a tuner, especially when you're just doing one note per beat. That's a great time to practice it with a tuner. And also when you're doing just the little boxes, that's a really great time to practice it with a tuner. You can get a tuner on your phone. You can get a tuner at the music store. Tuner on the phone is cheaper. It's not always work. It doesn't always work as well as a real tuner, but they're improving it. So if you have nothing else, use your phone, and it'll give you a little smiley face when you're in tune, and that's always fun. It's always nice to have positive reinforcement. So tuning is created by positioning, angle, mouth structure. Is your tongue low or high, or is the back of your mouth open? There's so many things that affect tuning. Where your air is coming from, how squeezed you are in your throat, your posture. If you're playing like this, you're probably going to be flat. And if you're all tense up in your shoulders, you're probably going to be sharp. So making sure that you take really good deep breaths with a very open mouth. You have your shoulders relaxed, and that's going to help to keep you in tune more than you know. Also, keeping the angle, keeping the embouchure plate covered about that much, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on what your teacher wants you to do. And then the angle of which you blow, how far you blow down, how far you aim up is going to affect your tuning as well. The amount of air that you use and how it comes through your mouth is also going to affect the tuning. So please pay attention to tuning, and that's going to be the refinement that's necessary to make you not only an amazing musician in band, but it's also going to make you a very strong player in your section. So thank you so much for listening and for practicing with me. I hope that you do incredible, and I look forward to hearing you.